Hi everybody, this is Beth McCullough. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, actually in Des Moines, Iowa. I'm here every Wednesday at noon Central Time and almost always joined by my sweet husband, Steve.
Hi everybody.
Well, today, usually we have a project ready and I've practiced it and made it, but a few minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, Steve said, "Oh, I really need a card for my sweet coworker who just became a grandma for the first time." And actually, he told me a long time ago he needed the card. He just reminded me we haven't made it yet, right?
Right.
And so I was waiting for this set to come. Is This Not Darling? It's called All for Baby. It's in the new annual catalog. And I got it as a bundle, so I got the die cuts too. I love babies. I love teddy bears. And we have no babies in our family, but I thought I needed the set anyway. So
Well, I mean, it isn't like you can only use it for a short period of time. It doesn't expire. You can use it when we do have babies.
Well, and we can use it to make Tammy a card today.
Right.
So, but we need to figure it out because we weren't quite agreeing on everything.
I think this is a good thing, though, because if every one of your videos was completely polished, it would be boring.
It would be boring.
And this time, they get to see the creative process as it occurs.
Okay, that may be a bad thing, but we'll see. So, we would like your opinion. First of all, Mary's saying happy Hot Wednesday. You know, happy Hot Wednesday to you too. It's going to be 100 degrees tomorrow.
Right.
Normally in Iowa, we have 100 degrees. If you're in Celsius, 100 degrees is super hot, like as hot as it gets. And we usually have that in August. So we are 2 months early.
Yeah, all the grass is completely brown like it gets in August here, and it's only June.
Yeah. But the flowers are pretty.
That's
the ones that didn't die on our trip.
We're watering the heck out of the flowers.
Yes. Okay, so here's the part of the card I have figured out. It's for a girl. She had a granddaughter. And I cut basic white cardstock at 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. And then I took the basic borders. I just thought that was cute with the stitching and the scallop. And then I couldn't decide what color the clothesline should be. And I ended up, we can switch this. It is for a girl, to Pale Papaya. And Steve was sure that he wanted these little onesies in pink and purple. And so we used Fresh Freesia. We used the in colors. And Polished Pink for the pink and purple. And he does have a surprise that he really does want. But here's some of the questions. If we do the Pale Papaya clothesline, do they hang on the Pale Papaya clothespins? Or the line in the clothespins? Does that look good? To have them be the same? These are little die cuts that come in there. And another question that I have is we need to decorate the onesies. So I did stamp a heart and a star. Do we put the pink on the pink and the Fresh Freesia on the Fresh Freesia? Or do they both need to be hearts? What questions do you have here, Steve? Oh, and another thing is we thought we would put this. This is the 6x6 DSP paper stacks.
Karen is suggesting a different color clothesline. I think I agree.
Okay, what color should the clothesline be?
Well, I think black.
Black on this pretty. Does she say black?
No, she
Hi,
doesn't
Kathy.
say black. That would be me.
Okay. I don't want it to be black. I want it to be a color because it's just all light and pretty. Should we show them the
make it
special
Bermuda
part?
Bay.
Bermuda Bay.
That's your go-to, right?
Would that go with this?
I have no idea.
Mary says, I'm not seeing all your comments. If I didn't comment on yours, I didn't see it.
For the clothesline.
Okay, and then the clothespins are crumb cake? Okay, so that means...
No, I think they want them to be different colors. I think they want the line and the pins to be different colors.
Okay, so are the pins still Pale Papaya? Where is the crumb cake? Here's crumb cake. It always looks green. Look at this sticker. I'm looking for this color when I look in my thing. Karen says crumb cake too. Okay, so the line needs to be crumb cake. But you know what that means?
And I think the pale papaya clothespins then are fine.
On the pale papaya?
Yeah.
Okay. I need to cut another piece of cardstock and cut this. And why don't you come tell them what you're doing? You know, we just did the kitchen renovation, but no, will Steve McCullough stop there? Not at all. So tell them what happened.
It's not just me being obsessive, okay? Because
wait, are you admitting to that?
Yeah, I think they know that already. But we got done with the cabinets, and then the doors in the kitchen are still, they're an old pine doors that were kind of a reddish orange stain that doesn't match anything, and it certainly doesn't match the cabinets now. So I said, well, you know, Beth, I could get doors and I could finish them the very same stain as the cabinets, and they'd probably look really pretty. And so I went ahead and did that. I ordered them. You can get them from one of the lumber yards, and they do customize them a bit. But they came, and then they were too big. They were the right width, but the wrong height.
Whose fault was that?
Well, I knew that was probably going to be the case, but I also knew that because they were solid on the bottom, they could be cut. So I talked our cabinet maker into letting me come over so he could use his big table saw to cut these doors. And I have to admit, I had so much fun going into his workshop, and he was letting me do part of it, unscrew some things and do some things, and I had to hold the door, long end of the door while he was using the table saw. So I really felt like I was doing something in this shop, right? And it was truly enjoyable. And I gained a much better appreciation for the artistry that these guys exhibit while they're creating these beautiful wood cabinets. So that's my project for the weekend. And for next week is staining these doors and then hanging these doors. And we'll see how it all turns out. Maybe we'll show you pictures when we're done.
Well, we do have pictures of the kitchen. And we do have, Steve has been writing all about our trip. A couple people have asked and wanted to hear the details of the trip. And Steve's been writing the story.
Yeah, it's quite a story. We had a really good time. But we're now getting ready to have even more to write about because we're going to take a couple more trips. We're going to go see the Cubs in Chicago because we're huge Cub fans, and they now are back to full capacity in Wrigley Field, which is a wonderful place to be in the summertime.
Okay, so just a minute. This is crumb cake. So, hi, Linda Lace. We can't go back from the crumb cake at this point, okay? And usually I stamp before I die cut. I probably should have done that. Okay, so it is a crumb cake line. And are you okay with the pale papaya clothespins? Did you read comments about that, Steve?
I didn't get any comments about that.
Okay.
Mary is saying, yes, use the pins you have.
Okay, so do you want to show them? This is the part of the card I did, like I said, showed Steve the set and all he cared about. How are we going to get, we're going to have to use glue dots or we're going to get glue all over getting these little die cut pins on here.
Tammy, the new grandma, was actually on the first part, but she just texted me and said she's dropping off because she doesn't want to see the finished product.
Oh, that's funny. Is she happy that you care enough to make her a card?
She was very flattered.
Okay. So I have to show you the fun part, okay? This was Steve's idea. He wanted a pink and purple. Normally I would put the pink onesie in the center because we wanted it to be pink. But they have to go out here because guess what's in the center? And we only need one clothespin. I was a big teddy bear person. So my 4 kids all had teddy bears. And Steve looked at the set and said, the teddy bear needs to get washed because the teddy bear is going to get dirty. So the teddy bear is going to hang from one ear in the center. What do you guys think? That's like a Steve McCullough original idea.
You know, all I remember is that more than once we had to put the kids' teddy bears through the wash because they just were, they needed to be washed.
So do you guys like that? Do you like the teddy bear hanging there? What is Bev saying?
Could you die cut those little pins using an adhesive sheet so they're little stickers?
Yeah, that would be a really good idea.
And Mary is giving me a thumbs up on our bear.
Mary likes the teddy bear. So I'm sure you haven't seen this teddy bear hanging from the line because Steve just thought of that. So I'm going to hang him by one ear.
Oh, Beth says this just proves that I definitely should be getting a raise.
Bev, you know, I'm so glad you're here. You give Steve a lot of
Affirmation.
Which
is important for me.
It may or may not make my life more difficult though, Bev, if we're going to be honest.
I have suggested to her that I might not continue to participate until after she's negotiated with Bev about my salary. So.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have some other things to figure out. We kind of wanted to put this on a layer of designer series paper. And we also have the question, do they both need hearts? And does purple go with purple and pink pink, or do we do it the opposite?
So I think it was Mary previously that was suggesting, yes, absolutely go with these, but I think she wanted the same color and the same color.
She wants the same color, so like this. And are they both hearts, or is it okay to have a star and a heart?
I think she wanted them different.
Okay. And then I'm going to be putting these clothespins on. I'm just going to use a glue dot. Whoever had the idea to make them, I think Bev did. What about this? What if we put it on a... Do we put it on a purple card? Or do we put it on a pale papaya card? And which pink, can we use pink DSP on here? Or is that too much?
I think so, and I think I like this one.
Or you could use the pale papaya DSP to match the clothespins. Look, you could do this.
I'm thinking that's
and then you could put it on the pink card. Can you reach? Oh, I can reach the pink. What do you guys think of that? The DSP and the pink card, or the purple? No?
I was thinking this was going to be too light, you know, the white on the papaya, but then if you put on a dark background, particularly when you had it on this.
Do you like it on the pink? What's everyone saying? Hi, Kay. Glad you could join us today. Can you go back and read?
Bev says yes on the papaya to match the clothespins.
Okay.
Karen likes the freesia with...
the pale papaya.
Yes.
So that would be this one. So I think, so you guys like the pale papaya better for the DSP. And you like it this way?
It takes them a few minutes to catch up on, so...
Okay, so we have the pale papaya DSP on the fresh freesia cardstock or on the polished pink. Those are the choices. Mary likes the pink. You're going to have to see... Can a couple more people comment?
Bev likes the freesia. So I think we've got a couple votes for the freesia, a couple quotes for the pink. I guess you're just going to have to decide. Maybe we make it two different ways.
Okay. So Bev did have the idea. I would have put these pens on adhesive sheets. So when you make it, definitely put some adhesive sheet on the back of your cardstock. And then you have a sticker. Oh, I love this teddy bear hanging by his ear, Steve. That was brilliant.
Okay, everybody prefers the freesia.
The freesia?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I'm going to pop up the centers. Is this going to fit on there? Okay. As I'm doing this part, do you want to finish with your story? Should we talk about how we measured all the doors last night? What?
It's not quite in the center.
Did you guys hear that? Steve is telling me it is not quite in the center.
Because I'm still a symmetrical accountant.
I thought we weren't being perfectionist anymore.
So last night, I get up early on Wednesdays to go to my Bible study, and I was supposed to go directly from my Bible study to the workshop this morning, the wood shop, and so I needed to load up the doors first thing this morning, and I forgot that we needed to measure to know how long the doors were supposed to be. So, we were starting to get ready for bed, and I said, Beth, we've got to measure the doors. So I was smart enough. This is one of my moments where I actually was strategic, because I thought if Beth measured the doors, and if for some reason they weren't right,
then it would be my fault.
Then I wouldn't get in trouble. I'm just saying, I'm not throwing you under the bus at all. I'm just, trying to avoid accountability. So,
okay, you didn't tell me that last night.
Well, I thought you kind of knew, but now you know for sure.
Okay, on these glue dots, I think, do we have many glue dots now? I'm cutting these glue dots in half. Or you could roll them. Wait, here's one on my scissors. Because we don't need a whole glue dot on the back of these clothespins. But measuring last night was not enough, because this morning, while I was in the shower, my phone rang. Of course, I ignored it because I was in the shower. Then my phone rang again immediately, and that is is it a clue? What is it? It is our
sign.
Signal. You have to answer the phone no matter what. So I get water all over the bathroom, and I'm answering the phone. And Steve's like, I just need you to measure a couple more things. And
so the problem was, it was good that Randy, the professional, was helping me. He said, well, you also have to worry about where the hole is for the doorknob and how far that is from the bottom. We need to know whether we need to cut from the top or the bottom when we cut some off. So I was urgent in having Beth measure from the bottom to the doorknob so I knew how far it would be. And from the top to the first hinge, so we knew where that would be.
And why are our doors not right? Because we got tile?
Yes. A long time ago we got tile, and that raised our floor.
It was stone, so it was really thick.
We couldn't have standard door size anymore because our opening is not a standard size anymore.
Okay, so what's going to happen? Are the doors cut and they came back home with you?
Yes, they are ready to go now. And I have more faith that they might actually fit when the time comes. But now I've got enough faith that I'm going to go ahead and stain them and put polyurethane on them and finish them and then bring them in the house, and they're going to slide into place and be perfect. Okay,
except do you remember what I told you as I was measuring again this morning, getting water all over the floor from my shower?
What's that?
We didn't do the area where the countertop is across from the bathroom or the laundry room. So this is going to make the oak that doesn't match. Like, I feel like it's going to give you more jobs.
So if you've ever heard the adage, no good deed goes unpunished.
Oh, honey.
After we have the beautiful doors in place, then they're not going to match the space below the bar where we have cabinets, and those cabinets will probably need to be redone too. But you know what? It's a process. And as long as it can happen over a number of years, I'm okay with that.
How many years would that be?
Well, it took 30 years to ever get your cabinets redone, if that tells you anything. So
I have 30 years to go?
No.
So when you're 107, we might have doors. Okay, so should these go this way, like a clothesline? Well, the clothesline goes this way.
Kay says hello and that the card is precious.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate all your help. And I wonder if I didn't make this the right, to have a layer, we really need this to be 3 3/4. Or I guess we can go to 16ths. Okay, this is a 5 1/4, and I meant it to be 5.
Well, wait, can't you just trim the sides?
Yeah, I'm going to trim
That's
the
MacGyver.
sides.
I mean, that's the way things are supposed to work, right?
Right.
You just trim up that side a little. You didn't need all that room on the side anyway.
Right. So I'm going to take 1/8 of an inch off of both sides. And then it will work, right? And then we're going to make this one 4 by 5 1/4.
So Bev and Karen are affirming that horizontal is the way to go rather than vertical.
You know, you guys, thank you for saying that before I cut, because it's much more helpful than after I cut it. For this designer series paper, I only have 1 sheet of each because it was part of the shares I did. I like to use up everything, so doing it from the shares is super helpful.
See, I really like that. I think that's pretty.
Okay, what do you think about the fact, should it go all the way up and have more border at the bottom?
No, it should be equal because I'm an accountant and I like symmetry.
What if it's down here and we put the sentiment on the top?
That would work. I still think you should cut a little bit more off the sides. No, I guess not. I think that's fine.
What if we put the sentiment up there? It has a little adhesive. Do you guys have one of these adhesive removers? Imagine that, it getting adhesive on it when I'm putting glue dots all over the place. So far so good. And then can the sentiment be in pink since the card is in?
Ooh, that's another question.
So the sentiment I was thinking is congratulations on your growing family, or little hands, little feet, big love, or hello little one. It's really not going to the little one's immediate family, it's going to the grandma.
So I think growing family would be okay. She only has 1 granddaughter, and her other girl is in high school, so I don't think she wants any more grandkids until her older daughter is ready for that.
So is this in pink?
How deep is your sentiment? It might need to cut the smudge off the bottom of the white.
It might cover it. Can
Yeah.
you guys see the smudge?
I can't see the smudge anymore, so I think you're okay.
Okay, and what if we put, this is a stitched rectangle. What if we went like this?
I think that's too big.
It is too big. And this one would only fit congratulations. See, I was thinking about having it cover, okay, if we have this like this, having the sentiment, is it too big if it's going out here too? Yeah,
But
it's
can
too
you
big.
stamp on the 2 different colors?
Well, we could white emboss and then put it on a pink, but maybe that's too much. What do we do here, folks? You guys are experts. Do I just stamp it? I'm scared to stamp it on. See, I was going to layer it, so it's just for something different.
You gonna put a piece of paper on there?
I am. I'm just trying to figure out what to do. This could be on a polished pink cardstock with white writing, and it could go over the top and be halfway onto the peach.
Well, that would be pretty spectacular.
Except
it would make it harder to make.
This congratulations isn't going to fit on there. So we need another congratulations. I saw a congratulations in the hand penned. What about this congratulations? Do you like that one? And that would fit in there nicely. I think we should do that.
Yes.
What is Karen saying? Can you stamp?
Right on the DSP.
If I put it down far enough?
Well, she was just literally saying, take your stamp and stamp there. Without
Stamp on the white cardstock. I could stamp. Okay, so here we go. Congratulations on your growing family. I could just stamp it in the polished pink right on the white. Or I could stamp congratulations, white emboss it on a piece of pink and have it halfway on and halfway off. What do you think? Should we try it both ways? Do you guys have time? I'll hurry.
So I think easier is, simpler is usually better.
Okay. So you're saying, but what if I mess this up? It's kind of stressful. Do you want to stamp congratulations on your growing family?
No, I think that's too big of a stamp for the space you're looking at.
No, it'll fit.
This is dangerous.
It
Not
is
to make you nervous or anything, but
it is dangerous. That's why you always stamp before you glue things together, because, and I could use that little congratulations. That might be less stressful. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I think we're going for the little one.
Let's try something different. Let's try this little congratulations.
I think this is good because, what you're doing is called stamping. So we should stamp something.
Look at that.
That's perfect.
Can I do that again?
We'll see. Make sure that it's level.
Should it be straight?
Straight would be good.
I don't think it's straight on my block.
It's not. That's the problem.
Let's make it straight on the block. I'm going to line it up right here. Now it's sticking to me. So my parents' 60th wedding anniversary party is this weekend. And my sisters and kids and I don't have grandkids, but their grandkids are all coming to town. And it should be fun. My parents are very excited.
They have really made a big deal out of this. And
it is a big deal to be married 60 years.
It's not that. I mean, out of the party. They're making a big deal out of the party because they really are excited about it.
Okay, no pressure. Just stop talking.
I'm looking away. I have no idea what you're doing.
Yay! Yay, yay, yay. Okay, so we're going to put this layer on here. And then do we care that it's not...
Now it should be symmetrical.
Yeah, but it's not. Should I cut off some of the peach? What do you think?
I don't understand why you
should
can't just move this over.
Oh, I can move it over. I wasn't looking that way. I was looking on the top. There's just this little bit here, and there's more at the top.
Move it up.
I kind of like that row of things showing.
Put it just underneath that row.
Oh, and now I got congratulations on down there. Should I just cut it off? I'm going to cut some off. We'll see. It's either getting better or worse.
I love this creative process.
Do you?
Yeah, it is fun to watch.
Okay, it's stressful for me.
Now you know how I feel when you make me make cards. And that's cards that have already been done before that you just want me to assemble.
Yeah. Okay, so Mary says, well done. You're sweet, Mary. Thank you for liking it. But who agrees that Steve having the teddy bear hanging by one ear is the best part?
I've got some props on that already.
You have. You haven't mentioned that. Are you being humble?
Yeah, I know it's unusual, but...
Do you like this side better?
I can't tell a difference, honestly, because not enough of it shows to me to make a difference.
I think I like this side better.
Use that side then.
I think I will. Okay, so I'm going to glue this on, and then what if we raise this one up on dimensionals?
Sure.
Is that good?
Well, I don't even know that you need to because...
You don't think so because the teddy bear is raised? So I will upload this video to YouTube, and let me know if you watch the replay either on YouTube or on Facebook. Should this be raised? Everything is always better raised, honey.
Raise it then.
Jean would tell us to raise it. I'm going to get out the adhesive strips. Ooh, I need to open a new package. Adhesive strips are fun because then I don't have to put so many dimensionals down. So I'm just going to rip off a whole sheet. And I'm going to do it at the top. This does tear off. Also tell me, do you like it better when we have the card all made ahead of time, or is it fun to have input? You know, Steve, you should take pictures. We've really been working on our deck and our patio this year, too.
Well, Beth really went to town yesterday, getting all the flower pots arranged and getting everything cleaned off. And so it looked pretty spectacular last night.
We visited our friend Jane, a junior high friend of ours that lives about 45 minutes away. She's a master gardener. And we visited her garden, and it made me come home and spend 6 hours working on it.
Oh, she was inspired.
Okay, what do you guys think? You are awesome. Thank you for helping us. What does Karen say?
She says
fun once.
Have input once in a while.
Okay.
And Bev says it's fun to witness the creative process.
Okay. But do you guys agree? I know I didn't see any comments about it, but Steve hanging the teddy bear by one ear. Super cute. Good job, honey. And good job, everyone helping us. This is not how I would have done it, but I like it better this way. So I think if you have more than one mind making a card, it always turns out cuter. Another thing is the first time you make a card is like a warm-up card. Mm-hmm. And we got to skip the warm-up by having everyone help. So you guys are awesome. I hope you all have a blessed day. And please come back and see us next week. Thanks. Bye-bye, everybody.